Hello, everyone, and welcome to week one of Black Twitch League. I am Camcom tonight, joined by Cursive for our 6 p.m. match. We have Blonde Toads on the blue side, Dino Club on red. This is going to be a best of three. Cursive, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. I mean, they got right into this draft. They are
Oh, yeah.
super pumped up, right? And I actually just want to say thank you, everybody, for being so receptive yesterday. That was my first time casting here, and I really appreciate it. And going right in, I really like what's going on with Dino Club. They got a wombo combo set up already with that J4 and that tree right there.
Yeah, J4 is a very popular pick. You can mostly only throw him jungle, though. He's not one of those popular picks that you can throw on like all the lanes, but still J4, he is very popular because he just is such that strong engage for these competitive tournaments here, and it's going to be matched by that Viego B1 and Set and someone else from Blonde Toads.
Yeah, and what I want to see in this first game by basically everybody this week is essentially take it to them right off the bat, right? Like, don't wait, like this is the first week. Everybody's still figuring out what they want to do. And that is an Annie right there. What's good? Like, Annie's been picking up a lot of traction. Like, I want to see aggro. I want to see who's going to be the hammer, who's going to be the nail. And it's always better to be the hammer, just so you know.
Oh, Lulu. Okay, I love a
Lulu.
Lulu. I do play a lot of Lulu myself as well, and the J4 Lulu combo is very powerful. He can be sped up, he can be ulted within his ult to knock everyone else up inside of the walls, and I do just want to mention here that Dino Club is our only full returning roster from our last season of Black Twitch League here, so they do have that little bit extra knowledge of how this all works and the little bit more extra communication skills that they will have as well hopefully does benefit them in these week or early weeks before the other teams do start to catch up in communication.
Yeah, exactly. That's a huge benefit going into this first week, right? Because everybody's trying to fill out like what their team identity really is. And are one of the few teams that really understand how each other wants to play. I like how they actually pinched away this Camille, right? Camille has been picked up like so many different times. They already have the Viego in the set, so maybe you can make a case that it's not even going to be taken. And I like that Blantos are actually taking away all these hyper carries. Vayne is still up though, and
Oh,
I do like Vayne a lot. Yes, nice job. I actually,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, Vayne Lulu, very strong bot lane there. You can play as safe as you want or as aggressive as you want. You know that you have the insurance policy that you will always outscale the enemy bot lane unless they pick something like a Yumi Ezreal, which if they do now, then
which
I'm very sorry everyone watching. But Blonde Toads, so far, they have picked three very Welcome back, everyone. Sorry about that little OBS boom right there. But now we are actually finished with draft here. Dyna Club, Blonde Toads all picked their champions. You see Blonde Toads, lots of tanky members on their team. Does make me a little bit worried for the amount of damage that they're going to do. Really, the only damage they have is on that Annie and, of course, a little bit on Viego. Meanwhile, Dyna Club, you got a Vayne, you got a Sandra, you got a J4, and a Lulu to back them up. There's no lack of damage over there.
yeah, they are rolling in that D, right? They got damage everywhere. So I really like the way Dino Club put this together. When I'm looking at Blantos, yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Like, where's the damage going to come from? Maybe it's going to be, like Viego popping off, getting resets and taking over the game. Maybe they're playing around that. That's kind of a coin flip gamble. But yeah, when we're going into this draft, I'm going to say Dino Club already had the experience buff, right? Like they are already
Oh, yeah.
they already knew how each other wants to play, and now they just put together a really solid draft. Really good early game with that Sentry. You got the nice protection of Lulu Vane, and then you got that re-engage with the J4. The Maokai is kind of like, he can do whatever though because he's a big tree.
Yeah, he can do whatever, right? Like you can weak side him. I would say you can strong side him, but you're probably not going to be strong side him. Maokai when on the opposite
Right.
side of the
No.
map. You got a Vayne Lulu. You want to get as many kills as possible on this Vayne Lulu. Any gold in her pocket before the 15, before the 20-minute mark is going to be that extra pressure that you're going to need for some early dragons. Because preferably Dino Club wants to close this game out. They do have that scaling potential on the Vayne, but still, it is eventually limited. So any early dragons and early dragon soul, maybe before that 25 or 30-minute mark, is what they're hoping to go for in this game one here.
Yeah, and I just want to say I do think that this Annie is actually going to be AD, or I guess that would be APC Annie. Just looking at New now, who is the AD carry here for Blonde Toads. It is, I would say it's definitely in his top three. He has a 49% win rate, but a 3 KDA out of 45 games. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be Annie flex to the bot side, unless they do something kind of weird with this beefy sort of Alistar or something or whatever. But yeah, it looks like just right off the bat, what sticks out to me is like New now is probably going to be taking this Annie since they banned away the Ash and as well as that Jin.
Yeah, and Annie Alistair, right? They have a very strong 2v2 on the bottom lane. If you land either of their CC, both of which is point and click, if either of them have flash up, this Vayne or this Lulu are going to have a rough time in the bottom lane. And you can't just build AP against this Annie. She is the only AP source on the side of Blonde Toads, unless Malphite, which I guess that's probably a mid Malphite, is going to start building AP. But he's just there to protect Annie. He's there to protect Viego. He's not there to build AP. So J4 and Maokai are forced to build AD when really the only damage that they're facing against is AP.
Yeah, exactly. This is just such an interesting draft here by Blonde Toads. Like I was calling for people to get like super scrappy, and they definitely took an approach to that. So I mean, maybe the Malphite saying like I can bully you out with my Q poke damage, right? Like it's possible, I guess. And I mean, he's good. Malphite's kind of weird because he builds armor, but he's up against a Syndra, so it's like. I don't know if Malphite is actually like the best choice in this one, but at the same time, maybe they have like info that we're not privy to, and it's going to work out for him. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, info that the Malphite mid Annie bot lane is just the new meta, apparently. We weren't aware of it. It's too big brain for us, right? I mean, any one of these members are so easily ganked is the issue, right? Annie
Mm.
Alistar, they go all in, and then they've got all cooldowns down for about 10 to 15 seconds. And in that range, Vayne Lulu, they excel in those extended team fights. They don't want the immediate all in. They want the extended, and that's not what Annie and Alistar do. That is not what they do whatsoever.
Yeah, and I want to see who is actually going to be taking cleanse for this Annie as well. Like I would assume that Rim here on this vein is probably going to do it, but maybe they just say, "Yo, like don't even bother with that. Just have Lulu rush the McHales or something like that." So it is a really interesting sort of setup that they have, and at the same time though, like if this vein gets popping off, like we saw this yesterday, like once Vayne gets ahead early, it can be super, super difficult to deal with her just by the nature of the way she scales, right? So if this Annie Alistar ever falls behind, like they're gonna have a world of hurt, and basically their team comp can't actually rebound from it. So there's a lot of pressure right here on this Annie Alistar, Chad bot lane, right, to actually make something happen.
Yeah, and that is kind of the power of a quote unquote solo queue comp, right? That Blonde Toads has built for themselves here is you get ahead even by a little bit, you're going to get very far ahead and almost impossible to fall back from. But if you get behind even a little bit, then it becomes that much more impossible to get back into the game. And with that, I want to go to some quick predictions here as we will be going into spectator delay. I want to lean towards red side here, lean towards Dino Club, just because they have the scaling factor, the very safe scaling factor that is Vayne Lulu. I mean, I I have to bet on a Lulu. I always bet on a Lulu. That's my champion right there, right? But Vayne Lulu, very powerful into this comp. I'm betting on Dino Club. Who are you betting on game one here, Cursive?
I'm actually gonna go ahead and bet on that Boff there in the top lane on that tree. Like with a name like Boff, like you were talking about earlier, and you know what? I just decided before this draft even started, I was like, I'm betting on this guy Boff. Like with a name like
Fair
that,
enough.
he's got to be a beast, right?
Yeah, and Dino Club, they're our returning team, right? And they're also a very strong returning team. I seem to remember them making either semifinals or finals and playing very well. I don't think they were our final victors, but with that, we will be going to a short break here, taking down Spectatorly. We will be right back with your game one today between Blonde Toads and Dino Club. Welcome back, everyone, to Game 1 tonight, Week 1 of Black Twitch League. We have Blonde Toads, blue side, Dino Club, red side. Everyone still has not had a game yet in this season so far.
Oh.
We are Game 1, Week 1. Very exciting once again. I'm Camcom, joined by Cursive here tonight.
Hey, and look at this chat. He is actually looking for Delightful right here. I was like, man, they were just standing right there. I thought for sure that they were going to go in right there. They do pull back, which is probably the best choice, right? Like everybody on the side of Blonde Toads was there. So very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and point out Rim did not take that cleanse that I
Oh
thought he was going to
no.
do. Oh, Coach Kurt. Oh, they didn't
Okay,
take that.
it's okay. Man, if they knew that no one else was following Coach Kirk up for that ward, I think he could have definitely died going for that ward. That is a very death-worthy ward right there. But man, he was just about able to walk it out there on the Lulu.
Yeah, he's just going to go ahead and place some vision down. MSI's looking for it. Bluff is in
Oh,
trouble,
Bluff,
though.
he's eaten there, but still nice aftershock. He is able to walk it out very easily, just taking a large chunk of HP as TP actually used by New now.
Yeah, I was also gonna say they have triple TP on the side of Blanto, so this is definitely some cutting edge meta stuff right here. It's new meta stuff that they came up with. Like we saw the draft and we're like, yo, like what is going on with all this sort of like? It almost kind of looked like a bronze team, right? Like it's like, oh, everybody picked tanks, and like you see that in like low elo, but like I think like they actually have like a set strat for this. So I want to see how they're gonna go ahead and execute this, and I like the trading already in both top and mid right here. Like put them behind, set the pace in that lane super early, and yeah, if you can get a good back right here, make Bluff actually burn TP, that would actually be huge.
Yeah, that would be, but on the bot side here, I didn't see Chad burn his flash, but I do see Hex Flash on there, so I guess he did burn a flash in the very first engage. As Coach Kirk, man, you can get Alistar level 1, but he's not gonna be doing a whole lot other than maybe knocking you back a little bit. As jungle pathing here is interesting, we do see it, the Delightful for a little invade there onto the chickens of Little Nib, but still not a buff for him to just steal away, and it is probably going to be that Scuttle trade top side for Little Nib and bot side for the Delightful.
Yeah, and I like what you talked about there on the bot side there, because I feel like as this lane is pushed up with Rim and Coach Kurt, like as Chad Thinny on this Alistar gets more and more levels. As soon as he gets level 3, I'm going to be looking for all in on this bot side. And then when we're looking in the mid side, right, like Quest and Dupless, like they're just trading back and forth. Quest is holding his own and everything like that, but he is actually going to run out of mana a little bit sooner, right? Like it looks like he's trying to use that Q a lot more aggressively. And then on this top side, like maybe Bwap didn't get the memo, but Set is a Juggernaut. Juggernaut's definitely absolutely smashed tank. So this is going to be super rough. And I want to see what Delightful on this J4 might do to kind of alleviate some of this pressure, and we might get a contest here.
Oh no, I don't know who got that scuttle, but Chad might just give his life for the scuttle. He does let happen with that flash available on this Alistar, and the first blood will be picked up there by Dupless.
Yeah, exactly. Like it got smited away. Chad almost had that, right? It was super, super close, but that smite was up and Delightful just takes it right there, right there. And yeah, so now Coach Kirk is gonna go ahead, rotate back down.
He's gonna get dove here. He has the flash available. He's gonna go unstoppable for just a second. MSI taken real low, but the shield keeps him alive from the last tower shot. Nice kill up top side there by MSI.
Yeah, and I think Delightful might be making a wrap around here on Quest too. Like Quest has no mana. Oh, and I like what Chad did right here. Like he rotated all the way from that base, and look at this. He's hex flashing over, and this is gonna be crazy.
This is going to be crazy. The Delightful really wants to turn it back around onto Chad, though. And Chad just turns around, looks at him, presses the Ignite button, and walks away. I don't know about that one, but I think that was a mental game right there between the two.
Yeah, he's got that Nimbus cloak. He was like, I really want to get some extra speed right here. And I like what Delightful did right there. He said, yo, I'm going to go ahead and try to actually push into that jungle. And TP is burned by Bwaf right there because that wave was crashing in, right? So Bwaf is still in a lot of trouble. You see this, that Set actually backbought a Phage and came back. And you see what Bwaf have. All he has is a Ruby Crystal. So top lane is about to go super south when you're looking at this. And nice plate take by this bot side. And look at this.
Oh, but flash in onto Coach Kirk here. Rim is going to be forced to run away as well. But, I mean, that was, once again, a flash burn from really nothing else. It was a 4-man bot side, and there's not even a dragon on the table. It just spawned up now, but they're not even looking to take it for Blonde Toads.
Yeah, first Drake is a mountain Drake. That is a super tough Drake to take. But I mean, the nice thing about this team is like they do have more damage. So if Delightful wanted to actually go ahead and rotate, like they probably could, just because they have like perma prio right on the bot side. And I was looking at Delightful. It looks like he might either be going for either a gank onto the set to try to help Waff out, or he's going for that invade, set up some vision, and take away the Gromp as well. So I like what Delightful's doing, being super opportunistic, taking advantage of the information that he has. And pings are going down on little Nib right there on that Viego. So we might actually get a weird sort of play on the top side, I'm thinking, possibly.
Yeah, possibly. MSI is level 6 up on Bluff. He is about to take level 6 there on the Maokai, though, so they are running out of time to go for anything, as now they are both level 6. Both of them have very powerful ultimates in a 2v2, but it's not even going to be a 2v2 as the Delightful is seen walking bot side. So now if Little Nib does want to have a gank up top side, he knows that there's not going to be a counter gank.
Exactly. Like they're not going to be able to gank it. I like what Delightful did though. He just rotated down, said, "Hey, the crab is up," and Rim is actually frozen the wave on the bot side, and they're going to go ahead and try to rotate up. They pushed in the wave, and now going to go ahead and pick up this Drake. I like it a lot. And as we're looking at this mid side, pings are actually going down. So I think maybe they might go for a dive here, possibly on the top side. Like when we're looking at three people, Bluff is in a lot of trouble on the top lane.
Yeah, he is. There's 3 people up top side, but they are on a timer. Dragon has been taken here by Dino Club Off, playing this very well, surviving for so long between all 3 members. If 2 flashes have been burned, he finds a kill down onto Little Nib. Chad about to go down as well. Double kill coming out for the Maokai. Emma being taken down. Dupless looking for the steal, and Bluff lives the 1v3.
Oh, not one, not two, but three. Waff is showing the power of that tree right there. Dupless actually had rotated up as well. He's going to pick up a kill as well for that. So this is actually starting to snowball. New now is going to have to back up off of this turret right here as they're pushing. Coke Kirk is just looking at him. And look at this. Little Nib rotated down to the spot side. Delightful Jew, I like this right here. He's going to go ahead and pick up that red. And Coach Kirk is on vision.
Little Nib, he died in the top side. You know what that means? No more bot side buff for you. And you saw New now not allowed to walk up to the bot side tower when they knew that Chad was up top lane as well. And now Delightful wants to play for a potential dive bot side. But did you see New now has the passive up?
Yeah, and oh look, Quest is here too. I think this is
engaged onto Rim. Flashing from the Delightful is still level 5 on this Jarvan, but it doesn't even matter. Rim finding himself his first kill of the game. A flash in from Quest. So much damage onto the Delightful, but he's gonna try and ult back. Not enough damage on him quite now. New now, the one able to pick up that kill. Little Nib going to be polymorphed. Still is able to run them down. No level 6 available on the Lulu, but he's somehow still able to make it out alive.
Yeah, I mean, on the side of Blonde Toads, like I said, I mean, they have some sort of weird strat going on. It's like, hey, we lost on their top side. Yo, we'll just go ahead and roll the dice, flip that coin. We'll send it bot. We'll see what happens bot, right? And they end up getting something out of that. So, I mean, we'll see if it's actually worth. I mean, when Vayne actually gets a kill right there, and she's already, what, almost 30 CS up on this Annie, like, that's not too great. Like, I mean, it's nice Annie got a kill, and this is a huge wave right here mid, and Chad's here as well.
Yeah, that was a massive wave that Dupless did manage to crash, and he knows you can't really dive an L-Star. Yes, Chad is still level 4, but taken so low, it's just, that's an unfortunate one right there. You know Dupless is like, man, if I just had Ignite, that was a kill, but that's the unfortunate part of being so underleveled as a support. You're level 4, the solo laners are level 7. You are nowhere near even having your ultimate at 9 minutes into the game.
Yeah, they are going to go ahead and start up this Rift Herald. Probably going to take that as well. Buffs need to be real careful, though, because everybody is here on this Rift Herald. He has no vision. He doesn't even know yet unless they go through that Tri-Brush. So I'm looking at Buff, and if Set wants to go in, he absolutely can, and his team can back him up right here.
Yeah, he could, but again, he just doesn't really know that this is happening. He would have to walk in 1v4 all on his own if he wanted to try and go for this, and it's not really worth it as Flash comes out from both topside members here. Boff caught in at a 1v3, but again, surviving for so long, unfortunately, not enough mana remaining on the port tree.
Yeah, poor guy. Like he had no idea, but I mean that's one of those things about vision. And look at this, Delightful and Dupless are here as well. Like just to see if they could catch any stragglers out. Yeah, they are gonna just go ahead and stay top. And when we're looking at this bot side as well, like New now is this Annie pick is having not great of a time, right? Like the nice thing is Chad has been roaming so much that New now has been. Oh gosh, is this a death brush? Is this gonna happen right here? This death
Man,
brush.
Blonde Toads, they really don't like Boff. They know that the win con here for Dino Club is just Rim, and Rim is already 1-0 on this vein. He's almost got one item for himself too, and Boff, oh, I'm just watching the minimap right now. He's about to face check the bush, and they... Okay, the ward.
Okay.
All right, he warded it. He's gonna be okay.
Yeah, they're gonna go ahead and drop that Herald. That's probably gonna be enough to get that first turret down. And oh, but Nunav's in trouble.
Nu now left all alone once again in the spots, and he is able to stun the Delightful, taking a lot of tower shots, but TP
TP
coming down from MSI wants to find one kill back
got
for their team, and
him.
MSI with the couple punches is able to make it a 1-for-1 for Blonde Toads.
Justice Punch or Falcon Punch. I don't know how it goes, but yeah, MSI with that TP and he's gonna go ahead and get that. He gets paid off in the top side, goes ahead, burns that TP down. Hopefully Nunao and Chad actually rotate up to the top side to take his place. But it looks like they're going bots, so I don't know if there's some disconnect going on right there. And also around this Drake that's about to spawn in 20 seconds, you see that vision control that they do have. And now look at Bwaff right here. Bwaff is like, yo, I don't even know if there's other people here because they've lost so much momentum that they had going. So it is almost a 2000k gold lead, right? And more trading in the mid side as well. But as this Drake spawns, I am gonna say that they are gonna try to probably rotate down and try to take this.
Yeah, you look at the bottom side river, right? And you can't even count the amount of wards that Dino Club has in that river. You cannot walk anywhere into that river if you're Blonde Toads and not be seen by Dino Club. There's no sneaking this dragon as Chad still sitting level 5 on this Alistar. He's essentially been playing second jungler this game, and it has been paying off for them a little bit, but the part that it doesn't is especially in that XP for himself. Not having that ultimate available makes it very hard to go in for these engages when the rest of the map is essentially 2 or 3 or some places even 4 levels above you, as that is going to be the second uncontested dragon picked up by Dino Club, and Nu now forced to flash away from the Delightful, but it might not even matter. No passive stun available. Delightful, he could be the one caught out here. There's no follow-up from the rest of the team. Quest TPing in to secure the kill for Little Nib. As Flash TP comes out onto Coach Kirk. Still has the ult available though, but Little Nib wants to continue it with the Heartbreaker. No mana remaining on the Lulu, but still having an exhaust does mean he can walk away alive.
Yo, I just want to say, what a heads up sort of play right there. Like, it looked like for a second, like they kind of spotted it out, but it was already too late. They burn the flash and it immediately engages, and it gets turned around right there on Delightful, right? So, I like the idea behind the play. And right here in the mid side.
Doofless, he's caught out. Now always going to burn that flash. TP coming out as well from Boff, trying to keep his mid laner alive, and they could potentially look for a turn here. He does have a blue buff on the Syndra, but still half HP remaining. Does not want to continue the 2v3.
Yeah, exactly. Like that was a little bit of a bait that Blonde Toads was trying to set up right there. They were like, "Yeah, well, keep going, keep going." And you see Dupless is like, "No, no, I don't have any HP. We can't do this." And Rim Almighty is in trouble tonight now.
Yeah, he dashed right into a stun available with an Annie, but Delightful ulting right back in. Both stunned up, both taken down real low. Alistar finally pops level 6 to immediately have to pop that ult as Delightful forced to flash away from that last tower shot, just about making it out with his life.
Yo, that was actually crazy. Delightful almost went down right there, right? Like,
oh yeah,
that turret just turned on him, and he's like, "Oh no, he has to burn flash to get out of that." So, this is actually starting to get kind of weird, right? Like, if I'm on either side, I'm like, "Yo, like we're playing a little bit loose, right? Like the vision game has kind of fallen short now." And I mean, they are having fun. I can assure you that much. But if you're trying to win this game, like, slow it down. Start setting up the vision, right? Start figuring out where exactly you want to contest, right? If you're going to contest mid, then rotate everybody up there and just dive Dupless, right? Because you have all these tanks. Like if you want to dive her, you absolutely can. And Chad's been roaming around quite a bit, and unfortunately you haven't really seen that in the vision game. So I would like to see Chad start laying down some deep vision, start tracking out Delightful here, and yeah, big damage right there on Chad as well.
Yeah, big damage onto Chad. He does almost have an Unbreakable Will available for him, though, and I don't think we've actually mentioned this yet, but there is not an Ignite available on the side of Dino Club, and it has been constant fighting, and constant fighting is usually a better tool with an Ignite than it is an Exhaust that Coach Kirk did elect to take, but still, the power that Chad has had with this Ignite has been a little bit stifled from the fact that he was just so under-leveled in experience. You can roam as much as you want on a support, but that is going to make you pay with your experience. And actually, your quest gold as well as UC Relic. Unfortunately, still uncompleted.
Exactly. Like he's been trying to get a lot of vision wards with the control wars. But yeah, exactly what you said. He's been roaming so much, trying to alleviate pressure on the mid side, on the top side. And yeah, he's paid for it with that gap in experience, right? So hopefully they can actually kind of figure out where they actually want to put Chad. And look at this, they got kind of a death brush going on. So hoping that maybe somebody would face check or try to rotate up to this Rift Herald. But yeah, it looks like Blontos are going to probably be able to take this. So that's good, right? And yeah, now we just got some kind of a stall out, right? Like I want to see what they're gonna do with this Rift Arrow. Like you could drop it mid, I would say, or if you want, you could actually wait for this Drake to spawn, right? Wait for the Drakes to spawn, drop it mid, rotate down to the Drake, and then try to force the Drake that way.
Yeah, second Rift Herald is just not as useful as the first Rift
Exactly.
Herald just because you can't pick up any plates with it. It does always spawn after plates fall, obviously, but still, like you're saying, you can secure some of these outer towers that Blonde Toads has not taken yet, that being that mid or the bot side. And like you're also saying, both of them very important in that taking of the dragon mid lane. Just opens up the whole map. Bot side does open up a little bit more just for the dragons in itself, but that is much harder to do when Dupless and Rim are very ahead on both of their champions, and both of their champions are the main damage dealers on the team as well.
Yeah, and when you're a damage dealer and you got Coach Kirk on this Lulu setting up all this vision, look at this over here on this bot side. Like they have so much vision control around this Drake area. Like they actually own this jungle. So essentially, Blind Toads cannot walk through their bot side jungle. If they do, they're gonna get spotted out. And if they wanted to, they probably would get engaged on right there. So Buff is here. They're gonna drop that down in the mid side, right? Probably rotate down to this Drake, and we're probably gonna see a fight here for this win Drake.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh, where did Chad's HP go? Dude was not even having to press ultimate for that amount of damage, but
answer.
Delightful now wants to find the engage. Cannot see where Lil Nib is, though, at Boff. He's just zoned out the whole team, and it looks like Blonde Toads actually is going to leave this dragon completely uncontested and just look to push it down mid as fast as they possibly can.
Yeah, and I mean, they're just gonna try to trade objectives. They're like, like they're too strong right now. Chad got poked down. Well, I'll say burst down, not even poked down. Like he
Yeah.
just got chunked. So they're like, like let's not contest. Let's see what happens, right? So we got 2 minutes until this Baron spawns, and look at this. They gave up so much prio on the mid lane. They're trying to force down this tier 2, and they're backing right here. This is just a free tier 2.
Yeah, it is, and they burned a lot of teleports for that dragon as well. Now, MSI both burned their teleports just to try and find the dragon, but flash engage from Quest. No follow-up from Blonde Toads, so he's going to be taken down. Chad now finds himself in the backline again, completely on his own. Huge set ultimate from MSI, flashing in as well from Chad. Finally finding an engage, finally finding some damage, but Rim left all alone on the Vayne, doing so much damage. Auto after auto. Coach Kirk, the last member alive after the Vayne. Heal coming out. They're almost looking to turn this on a 1v3. Coach Kirk, no mana. Rim losing his HP. Shut down, going over to Lulu, but now it's just a Lulu. Lulu with no mana. Lulu with no HP. Little Nib finding himself a double kill. Now 3, 1, and 5 on the Viego.
Yo, that was a 5-for-1. Lil Nib on this Viego just popping off. They weren't able to delete that Annie. She sat there, worked up, finally got to 4 stacks, popped that Tibbers, stunned everybody up, and that re-engage with Lil Nib and MSI was just huge right there. So, yeah, I guess they have the gameplay. They have like a cutting, like new age sort of meta thing going on because like the way that just happened, like we can't really predict like how that fight just went, right? Like if by all intents and purposes, Chad is cut out again.
We didn't see it. He totally hit that Alistar combo right now. Nobody saw it. It's okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I like what we're seeing out of this Dino Club, or I'm sorry, out of Blonde Toads. Like how they just took down Dino Club right there, who, we thought outdrafted them. Like it was just hyper impressive the way they played that with the patience and that resilience. They did give up a tier two and a Drake for it. So it's like one of those things like, but at the same time, you would say it's worth, right? Like you're gonna get a huge payoff, a lot of gold going over to that Viego. And he's got that Divine Sunder completed. It looks like he's gonna go for something like a Wits In. And I think that's pretty good. And the Gore Drinker and Sterix is complete on the set, MSI on the set. So I feel like they have a lot of power right here. So now, since they stabilize, I want to see Chad start holding hands with Lil Nib, right? Try to clear out some vision, which is what he's doing perfect. And I want to see them actually start setting up around the Baron because at 20 minutes, Baron is up. So next fight, whoever wins, I want to see who's going to be trying to contest this Baron. Who's going to try to take it.
Yeah, like you're saying, it is nice to see Blonde Toads finally making a comeback into this game. They were down around 15 to 2,000 gold before that team fight, and then all of a sudden picking up every single shutdown, every single what is it called? Like demonization? That one, the red rune, the one where it's like all the ultimate hunters. Those stacks, they got all of
Domination?
those stacks. Domination. I was thinking denomination for some reason. I don't
That's
know.
that money, yeah.
The math rune apparently is what it's called. They
Yeah.
got every single one
Oh,
of those
Death
stacks
Rush.
in the entire
Death Rush.
one fight. Is Coach Kirk? Oh, each face checks the death push. He has a very good ultimate, but unfortunately, it is just not enough. Chad, the one
Chad
actually
got it.
is able to pick that one up, and Delightful might be caught out as well. But Blonde Toads finds one pick. They could be looking for more picks or just turn it on to the Baron.
Exactly. Like I feel like they probably don't have enough damage, unfortunately, unless they actually get Dupless
Oh,
right here. Dupless is in
down
trouble.
to Dupless, the Delightful just leaving Syndra alone. Little Nib now absolutely huge on this Viego, and the Delightful, he just wants to play for a steal now.
Yo, Lil Nib is popping off. What's good? Like this Viego is a problem. And yeah, they're looking at this Baron. I mean, they might be able to do it. They are super tanky. Delightful is here though. He does have flash, and that little blast cone is available. Look at this, Chad. Oh, I like that presence.
Chad?
He's gonna try to he's gonna just try to get Delightful to back away.
He is, and Wop actually TP'd in from behind. TP coming in on the backside as well from Quest, taking down solo. Huge engage again from Wop, but taken down immediately. Now engage back onto Rim and Chad, but now Chad not able to live whatsoever. The Delightful, so much CC, but not enough damage. Wop still alive. Dupless finally arriving in the fight. Double kill so far for Rim. Flashed it away, ulted away. So many summoners burned, and finally the fight does go in Dino Club's favor.
Psych! Like right when you thought they had something, right? There goes that vein. Rim just started popping off right there. He used that Cataclysm so well with the Condemn. Picks up one, picks up two, picks up three. And now this vein is big. This vein is wicked big, right? They're gonna pick up this Baron. The Cloud Drake is up as well. Like maybe they want to turn to that. Maybe they want to just reset back by and just siege and just say, hey, it's just one Drake. We don't even need it. Pings are going down by BDT, right? So I mean, they could try to actually contest it if they want to. But if I'm on the side of the Reds team, I'm sorry, I forgot their name right there. But if I'm on this side, right, all I'm saying is, yo, forget about the Cloud Drake. Let's siege it up. Let's group mid. Let's see what we can get out of it.
Yeah, and they got a nice team fight out of it, and now they could potentially pick up a soul point, or soul even, for themselves as well. Now, Blonde Toads have started it up. Dupless is able to spot them out. 4k HP on the Dragon Quest. You see, he wants to find the engage. Chad also hovering around now. The Delightful has gone in completely on his own, is forced to use the flag to get out, and it looks like it is just going to be a nice Baron for Dragon trade there in favor of Dino Club taking the Baron.
Yeah, and I mean, I'd be okay with this. I'm like, hey, it's one dragon. Like, it's not a big deal. We got the siege going on. Your group this 5. I like what Delightful is doing right here. He's trying to wrap around and see if he can spot something out. And Boff is going to go ahead and lay down some vision as well. Says, hey, you're not going to be able to flank our carry, right? Like, they're protecting Rim right here. And Boff with that engage.
Off. He goes in onto MSI and Quest, but those are the 2 tanks. Those are 2 of the 3 tanks, massive on Blonde Toads. You can engage on them all you want. I don't think you're gonna be able to kill them, especially just as a solo Maokai. You could throw aliens at them, you could throw tree saplings at them. It's very hard to kill them, especially now everyone's about at 2 items, but he finds one onto Nu now, doing a lot of damage. MSI gonna use his body, ulting into the backline. Chad doing the same on the other side though, and now Chad being taken so low. once again, Quest ulting in as well now. No more damage remaining for the side of Blonde Toads. Bluff all alone as well.
Ooh,
MS,
they got the vein.
he's going for it. He does a lot of damage here on the Viego, but so does Little Nib, going in 1v3 all on his own, not able to do it. Now MSI finds himself in a 1v3, but I think he's just going to walk it out.
Yo, that was actually crazy. Lil Nib is trying to take over this game, but it's already like, I mean, we're looking at it. Coach Kirk was just there. Wafa's there. Delightful is there. So, I mean, they're probably going to try to get this. Plus, uh-oh, I think there might be some more fighting here.
Okay, the Delightful is taken down. MSI actually wants to find a 1v3 for himself, and Bluff, oh, he takes down real low Chad using that Ignite. Burn damage takes a lot, but the Lulu shield, man. Lulu shield is too big for the Ignite.
Exactly. You got the Lulu shield, you got that you got the Moonstone and everything like that, and the Guardian. So yeah, they're gonna go ahead and walk away right there. They didn't get that inhib down, unfortunately, but they did actually break open the tower. So that is good. So now you just say, hey, you know what? We just back reset. Vayne completes this Rage Blade. She's gonna pick up that red as well. So Vayne is huge. Vayne is so big. And Coach Kirk, I love it. You pick up that Ardent Sensor. Like I used to hate it when people would go for Staff of Flowing Waters when I'm on Vayne or Twitch or COG. I'm like, bro, like give me the Ardent Sensor, please. Like I will carry you. Like just shield me and I will pop off. So I like what Coach Kirk did right here. You know, he didn't go for anything other than, you know, get Vayne as much steroid sort of damage as you can. And Vayne with the shield bow, with this Wits in, and actually with Merc Treads as well. So Vayne is kind of tanky for 80. And yeah, that's going to be all the kill pressure. That's going to be the win con right now. So if Vayne pops off, if Vayne is free hitting everybody, like it's just easy. So Lil Nib is probably going to be looking for a flank here.
Yeah, and you can see that gold difference through the items as well. New now just completed his second. Meanwhile, Rim Almighty on 3.5 on the Vayne. Coach Kirk 100% knows that the win condition at this point in the game is the Vayne. MSI actually in the backline completely on his own. Going to be taken down real low by the Cataclysm. The Delightful using a lot of ultimates, but now ult coming back out of the 5-man from MSI, but no follow-up damage. He's blown up immediately. Now it's a 4v5 if Blonde Toads wants to continue, but they know they're missing a big tank. They're missing a big part of that engage, and that's going to be a shutdown going over to the side of Dino Club as well.
Yeah, and it looks like they're kind of split right here. They don't know if they want to, you know, set up for a Drake, if they want to try to get this tower, this Nexus, I'm sorry, this inhib. And what, we got 20 seconds right here on MSI. So yeah, they are going to go ahead and just surrender this inhib. I like this. And
oh no.
Quest.
Oh no, Quest, he has that ult if he does want to try and use it over the wall, but still CC and stunned up, knocked up, not going to be allowed to move whatsoever. Now we have 50 seconds left on the Cloud Dragon, spawning up for Dino Club.
Exactly, and they're just like, yo, like, let's just back by, reset, you know, take it slow. And I mean, I don't mind that at all. When you're just looking at it and saying, hey, we're in the lead. Like, the only way we lose this game is if we throw, is if we get careless or reckless, right? So we got 38 seconds. Pings are going down. They are up, what, about 6K? Yeah, about 6K-ish. And when I'm looking at what they want to do right here is you got two choices. You can set up for a death brush. You can set up, you know, just hard start forcing down that Drake. And hopefully, you know, you start up a fight that way. Maybe Dino Club wants to, or I'm sorry, Blonde Toads wants to turn and try to fight you. And here goes a TP being burned as well. So Chad is probably going to be looking for a pick right here. But unfortunately, the rest of his team isn't quite here yet as this dragon is about to spawn in 5 seconds.
Yeah, and that has just been the downfall of Blonde Toad so far in this game, as MSI now once again caught out completely in the Cataclysm. He could look for an ult to turn it back around, but he's popped before it even lands. Now Buoff looking to find himself an engaged Chad in the backline, double knocked up from Delightful, but stunned on the backside by New. Now Coach Kirk doing so much free autoing on the Vayne, completely left alone, no one able to touch him whatsoever. Double kill for Dupless, double kill for Rem, looking to end game 1 for Dino Club.
Let's go. That baby is popping off. Says, hey, thanks for the win, guys. It was fun. And yeah, they just go ahead and FF right there. So right on, 30 minutes in.
Yeah, it's nice, clean 30-minute end. We don't need to see the Nexus explode. We're not gonna give them the benefit of Nexus towers on the stats page. Absolutely not. No, you get the FF of 30 minutes right there.
Right, yeah, you don't want to give them the satisfaction of like knowing that they actually like won one. It's like,
Oh, the
okay, we'll
damage.
just FF. I'm not
Oh
even
my
here yet.
gosh! It's not who you would expect. It is not who you would expect whatsoever. Holy moly, but,
Hold on, let me see.
uh, that
Oh!
is Set did 28,000 damage in a 29-minute game. Next highest was Vayne at 20,000. I don't know how that happens, but somehow Set just tried to 1v9 and he absolutely did. It was just unfortunate that every single time, this is what I was going to talk about before he was caught out there at the end, was the downfall of Blonde Toads in this game one here was they had excellent engages. It was just one after the other after the other. They were never all together. And I think if they were, they definitely could have taken game one.
Exactly. I was thinking the exact same thing. Like when you're looking at the way that they had things set up, it was like, hey, I got a really nice showstopper on 5 people, but unfortunately, New Now wasn't there, or Quest wasn't there, or it was kind of like trickling in. Like there wasn't a coordination. So hopefully, in this next game, maybe they get a little bit more coordinated. Maybe they draft something a little bit less one dimension, right? Because there was a lot of pressure on Lil Neb, on New Now to like make these like insane plays. So maybe they'll try to switch it up a little bit and just get some communication done. It is week one, so as a first game, like it's not the worst thing ever. But yeah, there is definitely things to talk about as we get into this next game.
Yeah, and that is the easiest thing to fix in these early weeks, right? Is communication. If you had one member that just didn't know how to play laning phase, that's a lot harder to fix than maybe we just need to communicate our team fight engages better. And we will be going into a short break here as we will head into game two today of this best of three between Blonde Toads and Dino Club. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right